Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sixes Hockey League. My name is Mr. Hollywood, and I don't know about you guys. I don't know where you guys from, but it was one hot day here. Hell of a hot day here. I don't know if it's because of Mr. Hollywood himself here. I don't know if it's because of the weather, the temperature around here, or maybe it could be the ladies here behind me looking hot, looking good on here, or it could be the fact that we're here in the Sixes Hockey League Season 13 playoffs, round 1, night number 2. Things are heating up here in the Sixes Hockey League. Right now, let me bring you my partner, my co-host, my right-hand man. And he made sure tonight, you know it's going to be a special night, because this man made sure tonight he came with the full suit here, the dress pants, dress shoes, and all on here. Oh my God, it's Harry.
Hey, Hollywood, thanks for having me tonight. I'm excited to cover night 2 with you here. We had an exciting night last night, don't you think?
We sure did, man. Great night to start here in the Western Conference, as well as those guys over there in that Eastern Conference for night 1. I'm very interested to see what happens here tonight, Harry, because there's been a lot of talk in that Discord as well. Teams are saying they're going to even up the series here tonight. You know, some teams are saying they're going to wrap the series up here tonight. Both things could happen here, especially in that Vancouver-LA series and that Arizona series against Nashville, as both Nashville and Vancouver right now hold a 2-0 series lead. And Harry, if we get the same outcome we did last night, those other two teams will be gone after tonight. So can they even up the series or will they not? And then how about the other series, Colorado, Edmonton, all even, 1-1 apiece here. Can Colorado strike again here and get another win here tonight? I want to welcome everybody here to the broadcast. Harry, yeah, man, I'm ready here. I'm fired up. Looks like you're fired up. You're ready there on the bottom as well for the playoff here. Let's take a look. We're going to bring up which matchup you want me to bring up on here for tonight.
Surprise me.
Surprise you on here. All right, well, this was a surprise last night. I'm talking about this series right here. Arizona, Nashville. Right now, Nashville has that 2-0 series lead here. What's got to happen here tonight, Harry? What are the keys here for both teams to try to make it out of here tonight?
So the big thing for Arizona here is they need to shoot the puck. Last night we saw, yes, they can score, but they were lacking in the shooting department, which is, you know, at the end of the day, like, yeah, you can score goals, but if you're not shooting the puck, you know, you're not going to win games with 8 shots on net, you know. And then the big factor is defense. I saw a lot of sloppy plays in their defensive zone. They got to clean that up. And then staying out of the box is a big key factor here. I know they had, I think, 6 or 8 minutes of penalty minutes. Just, you know, it's just not a good thing taking penalties here in the playoffs. And then Nashville, you know, it was a big shocker for them to kind of come in Arizona's home ice and steal 2 games from them. You know, I think the defense really stepped up, and if Nashville wants to close out at home tonight, their defense is going to have to show up once again here, Hollywood. And then stick with what works. You know, Nashville did. I mean, they were down, but they stuck with it. You know, it didn't seem like they got frustrated. You know, it didn't seem like they were making sloppy plays. They kind of rolled with the punches of what Arizona was doing, and they handled it really well. And then, of course, same thing with Arizona. You know, you stay disciplined. Penalties are never good. Here, Hollywood.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, Harry, man, disciplined hockey, that's what it's all about here. And I got to go back to game 1 last night because that was huge on there for Nashville to bounce back, down 2 goals in that third period, force an overtime, and then come out with the win there in OT because I think it really set the tempo of that night, how that night went. Game 2, Old Nashville. So can Arizona, at this point, you know, just forget about last night on there. A new night, new games here, and focus on the two games that lay ahead here. Maybe easier said than done, but can they do that? I mean, I know there was some confidence in the Discord. I forget who posted it, but he was guaranteeing that they're going to even up the series here tonight. We'll see. We'll see if that happens momentarily. We'll be hitting up the ice on there. But, Harry, I feel here, Nashville, even if Nashville splits here tonight, that is huge for the Predators. If they could come out with at least one of the games here tonight, would be great. I mean, I know they're looking to try to end it here tonight, but if they could get at least one, that's huge. That's going to lean towards Nashville big time there, because that means then Arizona's got to win 3 straight games the following nights. And the way that Nashville is playing right now, that's going to be very difficult to do for any team.
Exactly. And Arizona, they're going to be wanting to win this game 3. It's very pivotal for them to win this game, because not only does that mean that they're back in the series, they'll definitely have the momentum and confidence going into that game 4. They definitely want to establish themselves right off the bat. Even scoring first would help them in the long run.
Absolutely. Shout out there in the chat by Harry. He said he's back here tonight. So that's that series. I know we don't got much time. I want to run right through the other ones. The other series that also has a 2-0 series lead, it's Vancouver against the number 7th seeded LA Kings. What's got to happen here? But both teams here, with these are your keys for tonight, games 3 and 4, Harry.
So last night, Vancouver took that series 2-0 in games 1 and 2. First game was a shutout, and then LA made it interesting game 2, but Vancouver came out top with 5 minutes left in the third period, making it 7-5. Same thing last night. If I was Vancouver, I'd just stay uncomfortable, which means don't get caught sleeping on LA. I mean, they got talented guys on that team. If you're making mistakes, they're gonna make you pay. And then their defense has been huge for Vancouver all season. So defense, just keep on doing your thing, and you'll help your team to a win hopefully tonight here. And then just make things difficult for LA. I mean, you already saw in games 1 and 2, LA's already struggling breaking out the puck. Just keep getting in those lanes and doing your thing. And then now, if I was LA, you want to really bring the energy. They looked tired. They weren't really doing a great job on their breakouts. It didn't seem like they were on the same page. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw the body tonight here, Hollywood. Get those checks up, and then shoot the puck.
I know what you mean.
I believe Vancouver had 40 plus shots to LA's 17. Mm-hmm. So they definitely got to shoot the puck more and obviously stay out of the box. Vancouver had 3 power play goals last night. So if they can stay out of the box and their defense can come up huge, now I can see LA potentially tying the series 2-2.
I know what you mean, Harry. And listen, they got to be more physical out here tonight. And listen, it doesn't matter. It doesn't always matter the team with the most shots wins the games. That's not always the fact here. Listen, LA, just as I mentioned about the Nashville game, that first game that going to overtime, LA had their chance in that game too. They bounced back. So, I mean, they battled in that game, man, so much times to tie it up, and they finally took the lead in that third period. The problem was here, Harry, they couldn't maintain the lead, and that's what they got to do. For Vancouver on here, they just can't let LA back in this game. They they were scoring at will, but they kept LA back in the game. If they do that here tonight, they may be in trouble, man. They don't want to have that same thing that happened, because maybe the outcome might be different here tonight. But the stacks are definitely it's definitely stacked up against LA here tonight. They do get the home field, so we'll see if they're able to turn things around. Shout out to Shem in the chat there. As well. And then our final series, this one, not many people predicted it to be the way it is right now. 1-1, all even, all tied. Who's going to take the advantage here tonight, or will either team take advantage? Harry, what's the keys here?
Well, I think this was a shocker. You know, this definitely we did not see Colorado making this a 1-1 series after games 1 and 2, and despite them getting blown out game 2, you know, I wouldn't look at that game. And I would just look past that game, honestly, here, Hollywood. You know, you stole a game from Edmonton on paper. They're definitely look like they're the better team. And if you can steal a game from Edmonton, I would say that's a key and crucial victory for you guys. You know, they definitely have to bring the energy. You know, I would like to see them give Edmonton not like minimum space. You know, play the body, check them. You know, do what you got to do to get that puck off their stick, because let me tell you, Hollywood, that team is very versatile, and if you make a mistake, they're going to make you pay. And then, of course, Colorado's defense and goaltending's got to come up big for them if they want to potentially steal a game or potentially win both games tonight. I know Colorado's coming with their big guns. They got Terry, they got RJ, they got Eco, they got Dominator, they got Chill World, and they got Achilles Streifen. So Colorado's not messing around here with Edmonton. No. And if I was Edmonton, you know, I wouldn't take Colorado lightly tonight. You know, you want to be on your A game. I mean, their defense has been stellar all season. So if you can minimize the mistakes and, you know, make the correct passes and the smart decisions, you know, Edmonton could definitely come out on top.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, Colorado shocked the road again here in night number 2. 2 of the games are looking at already hit the ice. I have streams on all 3. You guys are awesome, man. I love it here. That's how we want to start the night off here. So let me get the streams pulled up here. All 3 right there. The Kings game on the bottom there against Vancouver. They're about to hit the ice. So is the Nashville game, the top left. Looks like they're all readied up, ready to go. And then the Edmonton game will be on the top right. Harry, it's another night here. Puck's about to drop. Game 3, very crucial game 3, especially for 2 of the teams here. Do not want to go down 3-0 in the series.
Yeah, and it looks like LA's getting a breakaway, and they score right off the bat here. It looks like that's Prozzy, and if I was LA, that's a great start.
Wow. Prozzy's on here, not messing around here tonight, and that's what you got to do. I mean, we saw last night in the Colorado game, you know, how Colorado got that first win. What did they do? They came out, they scored first, and they set the tempo here. Let's see if the same thing happens here in this Kings game tonight.
Definitely what the LA Kings needed. You know, a hot start. You know, it's going to be a big confidence booster this rest of this game here in Hollywood for them.
Yeah, not a better way. And a steal here, shot on net, and that one safe, almost putting another one there. A crucial mistake by Vancouver in their own zone. Almost made it 2-0, but a better save there. Holds on to it for a face-off. Arizona, Nashville underway on the top left right now. Nashville in the offensive zone. And that series, man, I mean, a lot of talk going on about that, you know. And listen, this Nashville team's been very quiet all throughout this season. But last night, did they make some noise or what?
They definitely came in and surprised a lot of people, I think. You know, in that first game, Arizona seemed like they had the game in the bag, but Nashville was resilient, and they were able to battle back, force it to overtime, and, you know, they ended up getting the overtime goal, which gave them, you know, the confidence they needed to win that game too here, Hollywood.
And here we go, Harry. LeVar on the Arizona squad, just as LA did. The 2 teams who are down 2-0 in this series punched the first goal here. That's Arizona 1-0 against Nashville. LA 1-0 against Vancouver. So how about that, man?
Yeah, and another hot start by Arizona, definitely what they need. And it looks like on the top right, Colorado's on the power play. Let's see if they can capitalize here, Hollywood.
But remember, if you're Arizona right now, Harry, you don't get too comfortable, man. Because remember last night they had a 2-goal lead in that third period. So I know they remember that on here. And they should still continue the tempo here, continue the pressure against this Nashville squad.
And another penalty taken by
Edmonton.
Edmonton. That's going to be a 5-on-3 now. So Colorado has a big chance to either score a
They,
goal or 2 goals here, possibly
they
here.
need to punch a goal in here, Harry, man. They need to here in this game 3 here. And for Edmonton, not a good start at all here. Just as we saw last night, game 1 going to Colorado. Can they do it again here in game 3? You mentioned about the lineups. You mentioned about the guys playing in there for Colorado. They did take that risk last night, but is it going to pay off here tonight? We'll see.
Yeah, and I gotta say, if Colorado doesn't capitalize on this heck of a chance they have, I'm gonna say like Edmonton's gonna have a big confidence booster after that one here if they can't
And Nashville's in
capitalize.
trouble early on in this contest here, Harry. They're down 1-0, and right now they're down a man as well. Power play chance here for Arizona to try to even extend this lead here early on.
Yeah, and that's already 3 penalties in the first period of Game 3, and the teams really just need to stay disciplined. Taking pens is it just doesn't work out at the end of the day.
We
It leads into like possibilities of scoring goals
And
and
a breakaway chance. That's LeVar again. That's his second. And Arizona now make that a power play goal. He was left all alone. No defense there to defend him. And that cannot happen right there. But, when you're down a man, stuff like that will happen. So, you preached there. We both preached about the penalties, the discipline on here. Maybe some guys weren't tuning in. And we got more goals happening. Vancouver ties it up on the bottom. Player named Talent on there who was tremendous here this season, and he ties it up.
yeah, something definitely LA does not want. They need to work on maintaining the lead and getting that next goal. LA definitely doesn't want to go back and forth with Vancouver because we can definitely what we have seen so far here, Hollywood. They can definitely bounce right back despite LA scoring. LA really needs to lock that down, minimize the mistakes, and get the next one here.
Shout out a couple guys there in the chat. She's too young for you. He's letting us know, man, we're dressing up nice here tonight. Deli there as well. Shout out to him.
Appreciate it,
Arizona
guys.
cooking, man. And
Yeah, and
lettuce.
definitely how they wanted to come out tonight.
And lettuce as
So
well saying, Harry, nice fit, brother.
thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
And remember, we also have the Eastern Games going on the other channel there, brought to you by TJ, bringing you the live action. They've had some stellar games over there. I was watching some of those, man. That Boston series, as well as that New York and New Jersey one, which we all predicted was going to be a tremendous series, which it is. They're tied 1-1. And we have the West here for you guys as well.
Edmonton taking another penalty. I gotta say, Colorado definitely's got to score on one of these. Edmonton is definitely throwing a bone out to them on taking some bad pens in the first period.
Yeah, and you know what? You got to capitalize on these chances. You're not always going to have these type of opportunities. So if you're Colorado right now, you got to put at least one in, man. And for Edmonton, I mean, taking a lot of penalties, but this PK squad is getting the job done so far.
Yeah, definitely. And that first period in Vancouver just ended. I don't know what the shot total is, but I don't know if I think LA might have 2 more shots than Vancouver here, which is what you want to see. LA wants to outshoot Vancouver if they want to win this game. Talking about getting grimy goals, and that's gonna win you games here, Hollywood.
And here we go. Yama's hammer over there for Nashville cuts the deficit down to 1 in that final minute of play in the first. So putting the Predators on the board here, 2-1.
And it looks like I don't know which team scored over in Edmonton and Colorado, but it was called off for goalie interference. So that game is still tied 0-0.
Still scoreless, and they're back even. The penalties have expired. A couple other goals here. Vancouver now takes the lead here to start the second. And Arizona retaliates right back after that goal. Nashville scored that goal, but then here comes Arizona back to a 2-goal lead as we have a second left, in that first period.
Yeah, so Arizona adding more goals onto the goals that they already have. All they need to do is just, play good defense, and don't let any odd man rushes the other way, and, they'll be set here, Hollywood. And unfortunately, LA, it looks like they just tied it, I believe.
Well, Harry, I think we're getting one of those wild games here again, that we saw last night, game 2, and that we saw last week. Here we go, tied up. So we need like a track here, a counter here.
Yeah.
How many times these teams tied the games up? Well, here we go. That's the second time this game's been even. LA ties it here.
Yeah, I mean, we got to get a counter of how many seconds between each goal, it seems like, between Vancouver and LA. It seems like one team scores and then the other one responds right after.
And look at that stat over there, 3-1 Arizona right now. Last night we saw Nashville control the puck, control the tempo. How about this? Only giving up one shot in that period, and it was the goal there for Nashville. Outside of that, Nashville hasn't even registered another shot that whole period. And time of attack definitely in favor for Arizona.
Nashville definitely seems like they're asleep right now. They have about 48 seconds time on attack to Arizona 5 minutes. They got to definitely adjust here and up the pressure here on Arizona if they want to take this game 3. It seems like right now it's all Arizona at this point here, Hollywood.
You think the Predators at one point maybe are playing too confident and too cocky? They've got the 2-goal lead on here, or just Arizona just coming out here play tonight. But here we go, start period number 2. Pasternak with the goal, Hammer on the assist. He had a solid night last night, and back to a goal lead. So we're seeing a lot of goals happening here right off the back here in game 3. A lot of scoring. If you like hockey, if you like goals, we've got a lot of them here for you guys tonight.
And it seems like in this top right corner here, Hollywood, it's kind of mimicking game 1 last night.
Yeah.
Arizona, Vancouver, they already have 4 or 5 goals, and that Colorado Edmonton game is still tied. And it just seems like a shocker to me, that these two teams are closer in skill level than we probably thought coming into round 1 of the playoffs here.
Yeah. As Talent scores, I think that's a hat trick for him. He might have all 3 there for Vancouver, and they retake the lead 3-2. This was what I was talking about. LA cannot let this happen like this. Keep giving Vancouver the leads. But you mentioned about that Colorado series, and I think if it stays like this, I think it favors Colorado more, When the score is low like this, 0-0, as we saw in that first game, it was scoreless, I believe, the first 2 periods. And I think that kind of favors Colorado, because when the scoring is going to happen on there, which we saw in that game 2, Edmonton just lit it up, So if Colorado continues the way they're playing, I know they rather have a goal right now. They had the 3 power play opportunities, even that 5-on-3. But they're not playing bad. They only given up 1 shot in that first period. So you do that, you limit Edmonton on their scoring opportunities.
Yeah, and another power play coming to Colorado. I mean, this is their 4th power play. They gotta capitalize on this a chance here. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
Well, Harry, that V-Rabs, that's the is that the
yeah, that's for game 2.
Of the Nashville one. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Thank you. And now Edmonton gets their first power play opportunity here in the second period. So it's the Colorado PK team first time here in this game. We'll see how they do.
And it looks like Arizona's going on the power play. Let's see if they can capitalize on this chance.
A wild start here for Game 3 here of Night 2 of the Season 13 playoffs. Remember, right now, Nashville has a 2-0 series lead over Arizona. So does Vancouver over LA. And Colorado, Edmonton, all even 1-1. Score right now 0-0. And it couldn't be any closer than that. We got a couple of seconds left on that power play.
Game 1 and game 3 that are definitely are mimicking each other. It's kind of bizarre how and it looks like Colorado was able to capitalize on their power play on a shorthanded goal.
That might have been shorthanded, or he might have just hit the ice as that penalty expired. It doesn't matter. It is a Colorado goal, so they strike first on here, and that's huge. If you're an Avalanche fan right now, you're definitely glad with that. 12:46 remaining there in a second. And a goal happening on the left side as well. LeVar again. That's a hat trick for him here, Harry. He's got 3 of the 4 Arizona goals as they lead by 2 once again.
And it looks like they bury another one here.
Oh, man.
And Nashville definitely getting outshot. It's kind of flop-sided from last night where Arizona was scoring, but they had low in shots, and Nashville had obviously the higher shot count, and
Harry, they're not only getting outshot over there, they're getting outplayed right now. This Arizona team, like I said, there was a lot of confidence coming into this game here tonight that they're guaranteeing they're evening up this series here. Right now, you can't doubt them as they lead 5-2 with 5:42 to go in the second. Edmonton, another power play opportunity here. So we saw the mistakes there in the first period by Edmonton. Now Colorado's taking the penalties here in the second. That was a great shot there. I don't know if the goaltender got a piece of it, but it goes wide and cleared out of the zone.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of penalties here. I would like to see teams starting to, like not take those chances. I feel like, they're being a little bit too aggressive with their sticks, and you know what I mean, Hollywood. Like they gotta stay disciplined here.
Yeah, absolutely. And one game that's moving rather quickly, that Vancouver game's already in the third period. The Canucks still lead 3-2 here in the third. We'll see if they can maintain and hold on to that lead.
Yeah, LA, you're in the third period. You just gotta play smart hockey here. You got the talent to be able to score. Just apply that to your game, and get the next one here, and fight off whatever Vancouver's gonna throw at you, and then take that 2-goal lead. And as Colorado, it looks like they have another shorthanded goal, so it looks like Edmonton being on the power play is not coming through for them. And it seems like they're breaking down. I mean, they have 3 shots, 2 goals. So Edmonton's definitely gonna switch something up here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's huge. And that was Strife with the goal, the man who's carrying that Colorado squad. And right now they've got that 2-0 lead. More goals happening on the bottom. The Canucks extend their lead now 4-2 against the Kings. LA's in a lot of trouble right now, on the verge of possibly going down 3-0 in this series. Period 2 comes to an end in that Arizona game, 5-2 heading into the third. But the big story right now, Colorado, man, with 3:20 to go in the second period. Harry, can they hold on here against this Edmonton squad and possibly take the series lead here once again?
Yeah, I definitely told you right from the start, Colorado is not messing around tonight. They got their big boys in, and it's clearly showing as Edmonton is clearly outplaying them, outshooting them, but Colorado has gotten 2 shorthanded goals, so Edmonton's defense got to wake up here if they want to, come back and potentially win the game.
Harry, who's talent over there on the for Vancouver?
I'm not too sure. Let me look at lines, and I can probably
The man has scored 5 goals on you. I think all 5 for Vancouver, if I'm reading that correctly. I know he definitely got 4. He might have all 5 here for Vancouver. That is outstanding. And
What side is he playing on?
another guy that's lighting it up. What about LeVar over there, man, for Arizona? He's also got a lot. I mean, both of these guys are trying to put on a show here for both teams. That was a shorthanded goal to start the third, and that's his fourth.
I believe that's She's Too Young for You. They're
Yes.
101 point player that led the team.
And then no surprise there, man. I mean, the guy's been tearing it up all season, and here in this game, 5 freaking goals. I mean, the Kings right now have no answer to try to stop or prevent him from doing anything in this game.
Yeah, and Vancouver has kind of just fallen apart here. It seemed like they started off hot, and Vancouver, their defense has just come up huge, and they persevered in this third period, and now they're just running away with it.
Oh yeah, bleeding continues here in the third for LA, down 6-2 with about 9 minutes to go in the third period. And what about Arizona? Remember last night, Harry, they were thinking about that second game where Nashville really gave it to them, man. They were scoring nonstop in that game. Well, they get the redemption here in Game 3 to respond and give them back that game that happened in that Game 2.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems like Arizona's going to close out this Game 3, which is going to be huge for them going into Game 4. It seems like maybe Nashville taking those 2 games at Arizona, they could have, like you said, Hollywood, become too confident coming into Game 3, thinking that it was going to be the same results as last night for them.
It's almost like they flipped here in Game 3 because it's been all Arizona. I mean, they're leading the scoreboard, the shots, time and attack, possibly even hits. I mean, almost every category here in this game. And with only already in the third period there, I don't see a miracle comeback here by the Predators. Right now, I'm really watching that Colorado game as they begin period number 3. 2-0 lead, but once again, I mean, we saw 2 goal leads, vanish last night. Games going to overtime. So if you're Colorado right now, you got to continue the same way you've been playing, man. Just continue, what you did in the first 2 periods because it worked. Don't get too confident. Don't get too risky on here. But here comes strife and make it 3-0 now, man.
And I don't know if you saw that stat before the face-off, but Colorado is definitely bringing the energy, like I said, they needed to. They're out hitting Edmonton 17-5.
We got a score update in that Eastern Conference. Rangers up 5-1 against New Jersey, so they're looking to take the series lead there as well. Remember that series is 1-1 after last night, and I love the news on that. Thank you.
It looks like Rydell cashed one in for Nashville. Right now, I just want to see Arizona close this one out. They have a 3-goal lead. You don't need to do anything fancy. Make the smart pass. Don't try to be a hero right now. Just, make the simple play if you're Arizona. You don't want to give Nashville any odd man rushes the other way.
No. And are they waving a goal there?
Yeah, it looks like they're waving a goal, but just as I was saying,
Ooh, they got fortunate there for Arizona because that would have made it a 2-goal game right there.
So it looks like Boston's winning 4-2 in the third. So if they can close that one out, Hollywood, it looks like their playoff hopes are still going to be alive for at least one more night.
Yeah, and that's big for Boston. It's unfortunate last night, man. I was really rooting for them to close that out. I believe that second game against Buffalo, they battled so hard in that game, but it's good that they're getting this win on here to narrow that series 2-1 if they hold on.
And Vancouver is just pouring on the goals, 7-2. I mean, I think that's like 6 unanswered goals by Vancouver. So
Yeah.
LA definitely has to come in the second game and give it their all. Play their hearts out. You know, it's not looking good for LA here.
And Harry, it was 4 goals in that third period by Vancouver. So, I mean, that was just tremendous. And there you go. I mean, look at the goals there. Like I said, 6 goals for She's Too Young on there. He only missed 1 double hat trick in a playoff game. I mean, that's tremendous.
Yeah, and as you could see, LA only had 6 shots. Like I said in the beginning, LA's got to shoot more. 6 shots is just not going to cut it. Here, Hollywood.
Yeah, and a crucial penalty taken by Edmonton on the top right. They had another power play opportunity, but this Colorado penalty kill has been outstanding here tonight. Perfect. They've taken a lot of penalties, but PK has bailed them out every time. And so that power play is done, and now Colorado will go on the power play. 5-on-4 here. 8.5 to go. Can the Avalanche hold on to this 3-0 lead right now over Edmonton to take the series lead?
Hollywood, if I really think about it now, Edmonton has actually had 2 goals called off due to goalie interference. Really think about that. This game could be 3-2 right now instead of 3-0.
And those hurt as a team, you know what I mean? You think you got to go on there, and goals that are taken off the board, those hurt. Those hurt. I mean, I've been in there. I've seen that happen, and it takes, like almost the air out of you when that happens, especially when you're down in a game like this.
Exactly. And I gotta say, Chillworld, the goaltender here for Colorado, is coming up huge for them, allowing Colorado to, up the pressure and continue scoring goals here. He's definitely coming up big for them.
Yeah, we've already had some shutouts here in the playoffs. Vancouver last night in that first game. Colorado right now trying to do the same here with 4 minutes remaining. They've got a very comfortable 3-goal lead as more penalties pile on here as we have an interference call. And what about Arizona closing things out? 6-3 is the final, so that one's done. It's over. So yeah. Let me just put this one on the full screen since the other 2 are done. With 3.5 to go.
Edmonton took another power play. I mean, I think that's their 6th or 5th penalty they've taken. This is kind of a bizarre game because Hollywood, two of the goals Colorado has scored has been shorthanded.
And there's a power play goal for Colorado, 4-0, all Avalanche. Listen, Harry, I mean, we saw Colorado win last night in that first game, but did you expect a 4-0 rout like this by the Avalanche here in Game 3?
I'm not surprised here, Hollywood. Despite them getting blown out Game 2, I'm going to just keep saying it. That Game 1, just look at that Game 1. Look at what you did. Just build off that. And they're able to come in and essentially almost it appears like they're going to be shutting out Edmonton as they're on a breakaway here. Well, it appears like they're going to be shutting out Edmonton, which is going to be very interesting coming Game 4 because Colorado seems like they're going to have all the confidence going into that game. It's going to be interesting on how they maintain that confidence, and maybe I don't want them to get overzealous and start taking penalties like we've seen Edmonton do in this Game 3 here. I mean, that's their 7th penalty they've taken here.
Yeah, right now that was just a frustration penalty taken by Edmonton there with 18 seconds remaining. So Colorado, once again, they took Game 1 and they're going to take Game 3 here over the Oilers.
if I was Edmonton right now, I would definitely not get frustrated. You got to stay calm and keep your composure. I mean, but Colorado is definitely the better team in here in Game 3. And that's they're gonna the game's over, and it looks like Colorado just shut out Edmonton. So
Wow.
it's very interesting how this series is turning out here for Colorado.
And that man right there, chill rolled with the shutout win. But hands off to that defense, man. Able to kill off all those penalties. Couple 5-on-3s. And look at that. And there we go. I mean, that's gonna do it there. I'm gonna get the other stream going there for the other game because we gotta switch that up. But right now, Harry. So as we look at it, so we have Vancouver right now, 3-0. It's do or die right now for the LA Kings. They've lost all 3. They started off great. They had that early goal right off the bat, but then they just stalled out the remainder of that game, and Vancouver let them have it there in that third period. No Cinderella comeback this time. It was all Vancouver in the third. What do you do here, man? What do you do here if you're LA? Your back's against the wall. You know what I mean? You got to go pretty much balls out right now, man, Harry. Everything you've got, you got to take all the chips, man, put them all on the table here and just go all in.
Yeah. If I was LA right now, you gotta get more shots. 6 shots is not gonna cut it. That defense gotta come up huge for them. And the offense, you gotta back check. You gotta be there for the defense. You know, you can't be leaving the zone early. You gotta play a team defense. You can't be making silly mistakes. I mean, it's do or die. In this Game 4, and if I was Vancouver, I would just keep how you're playing. I mean, they've been playing fantastic. You know, I'm been preaching it for 3 games now. Don't get comfortable. LA, you know, they have very skilled players, and they can definitely make you pay if you start making mistakes.
And speak about mistakes, how about here? Sauce letting me have it here on here. He says he thought Edmonton was supposed to sweep the series. But listen, a lot of people said it, man. A lot of people said it on here. I'll be the first one to admit it on here. I'm very shocked here. Colorado not only winning games here, but they've got the series lead here, Harry. You know, they've got the series in their favor on here. Game 4. Coming up on there, what are we gonna expect here? Because right now, once coming in as the underdogs, I think that has shifted a bit on here. The pressure's on Edmonton here in Game 4.
Yeah, if I was Edmonton, it seemed like they were taking some frustration penalty towards the end of that game.
Yeah.
I understand you're frustrated. Things might not be going your way. But you gotta stay calm and keep your composure. And if I was Colorado, I would continue making things difficult. I would continue throwing the body at Edmonton. It seems like them throwing the body came up big in that game 3 here for them.
She's too young in the chat there saying LA needs to cover me. I mean, listen, right now he's having a field day with Vancouver. But this Colorado team, man, I mean, how huge is that, especially for Chill, to shut a team out like Edmonton? You know, it's not like he's shutting out anybody else. You know, it's a power team like Edmonton that we saw last night. You know, in that Game 2, how quickly they put up those points on there, and to get a shutout against that squad, you know, hats off to him. But we'll see what happens. I mean, so far, the way the series has been going, you know, 1 to Colorado, 1 to Edmonton, 1 to Colorado. Is it going to go back to Edmonton on here for Game 4? All we know, we definitely have a night 3 there. We definitely have a night 3 in that Nashville game because here came Arizona. Took a huge win. What do you think in that one there, Harry, man? Right now, you know, they... Arizona did what they needed to do in Game 3 on here. A totally different game here from what we saw in the first 2 games in that series.
Yeah, and if I was Nashville, it seems like they weren't prepared to come play tonight. It's like they kind of expected it to go like how I think they kind of expected the same results from last night, and it didn't seem to work out on their favor. And Arizona has definitely come to play. It's definitely has flipped um from last night to tonight. It's been all Arizona so far.
All right. Did one of the other streams change as well?
Yeah, here, use the Corker stream. It looks like Mancy went offline.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I have the other two. I think it's just that one.
Well, yeah, like I was saying, Nashville definitely has to, break out those smelling salts. It seems like they're a little tired here, Hollywood.
They are, man. Just making sure I got all mine. So that's the Colorado. I got that one. We still got Vancouver. Vancouver's the same one, and then in Arizona. Okay, so we're all good
Appreciate
on.
it, Loxies. People in League Chat today were demanding I show up in a suit and tie, and I just couldn't. I had to give the people what they wanted, and I hope everyone's enjoying the stream so far because I know I am.
Listen, this guy came in full suit and everything, man. I mean, he's even got the dress shoes on there tonight, man. So you guys asked for it. We deliver here for you guys. Only in the 6HL. We have any a score update? Because I know the Rangers right now took that 2-1 lead. Boston was up. I don't know if they held that lead. If they did, there'll be a night 3 in that series as well. What's happening in that Philly series? I'm interested to know because Philly, remember, leads 2-0 against Detroit. If anybody has a score update on that one, let me know.
Carries did Buffalo or Boston win Game 3? Philly's up 2-0. Right now in the third. Boston, he thinks Boston won. So Boston keeping their hopes alive. It seems like they are using that home ice advantage to their favor here, Hollywood.
Yeah, it looks like one of the games I think is about to kick off. Let me see which one that is. And that's the Edmonton game. So while we wait on the other two, let's just bring that one up here because this has been a hell of a series, man. From a series that a lot of people possibly predicted there wasn't gonna be a series. Colorado has proven the doubters wrong here as we start Game 4 here of this best of 7. If you're just tuning in, Colorado shutting out Edmonton in Game 3 to take the 2-1 series lead. And here we go, Game 4 underway.
Yeah, and if I was Colorado, I would just keep playing how you're playing. Don't try to be fancy. Keep what's been working and just apply it to Game 4. Take whatever you did in Game 3 and just redo it in Game 4 as Edmonton buries one by Brooksy.
And man, this guy, look, if anybody's gonna step up for Edmonton, it's gonna be that man right there. He knows how to put pucks in the net here, and Edmonton not wasting any time here, and that's what they gotta do. They gotta show, why they're the seed where they are, man. Why they finished off the season the way they did, and here in Game 4, the early lead against Colorado.
Yeah, and it looked like Colorado kind of mismanaged the puck in Edmonton's zone, and it looked like a quick transition back towards Colorado. And you got to shut those down early than later because Edmonton's going to make you pay for mismanaging the puck.
Absolutely. And right now, it looks like Boston took Game 3, and they might be up 1-0 here in Game 4. So what about that series? That's another team that, just as Colorado, another team that, came in as a number 7 seed on there. Not many people predicted we're gonna even show up against Buffalo. I know TJ called it on there, and he's glad. I'm pretty sure he's all pumped with the outcome so far here tonight.
And a big goal here by by Achilles Strife. Kind of got behind Edmonton's defense and was just able to backhand that one in. So it was good response by Colorado.
Yeah, and you do want to respond like that. So that was a huge goal by Strife because, listen, you don't want to let Edmonton get rolling because once they get rolling, it's very hard to stop them. We saw what happened there in Game 2. So Strife right away, it's like it's not happening here tonight, man. So huge goal for the Avalanche.
Yeah, like I said last night, Achilles Strife's, he's the type of guy that you want to lean on for leadership. Even Lost in the Sauce, he's been in the playoffs more than once. So those are the guys that you really want to lean on for leadership in that Colorado locker room.
It definitely got some playmakers out there, no doubt there. Harry, you mentioned some key names, especially in the pregame as well. So they have the talent to do so, to match up here with Edmonton. You know what I mean? And especially right now with that series lead, they've got the confidence as well behind them. They know they could beat them. They've done it twice already here in this series. 2 more to take Edmonton out. Big game here in Game 4 for both teams because, it could be a 3-1 series or it could be a 2-2 series heading into tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And it looks like the Canucks game has just started, and if you're LA, you got to bring the A game here. It's do or die.
Back to the triple feature here. Once again, I want to thank everybody bringing us the streams here. We appreciate it. 2 nights in a row, both in the West and the Eastern Conference. We're giving you guys all the action, everything here for this Season 13 playoffs, which has been tremendous so far. And Harry, we're only in round 1 of the playoffs, man. I mean, can you just think of how the semi and the finals will be here? From what we're already seeing here in round 1.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen overtime, we've seen hat tricks, we've seen shutouts, we've seen comebacks. We're definitely seeing some miracles in the making. It seems like Boston is responding well tonight. Colorado seems like they're giving Edmonton the run for their money right now. It'll be interesting on who takes Game 4 here.
And we've also seen, Harry, one thing you missed, we also seen dominance, and that's Vancouver. And picking up right where he left off in Game 3, that's She's Too Young on there, getting the goal, getting Vancouver right on the board right away here in Game 4. Remember, it's a do or die for LA. A loss here, and they will be done. There won't be a night 3 on here should the Kings lose.
Yeah, and if you're the LA Kings, this is definitely not how the start you want. It just comes down to managing the puck, making that pass quick, finding the open guy. And it looks like Tanaka, either Ebo or AT43 with a wraparound. So good response by LA. I would like to see them get the next one here and be able to maintain the lead here.
Kings looking to stay alive here in this playoff on here. Remember, you got to just take it a game at a time, a night after night here. So just try to force another night here. They're desperately trying to do so. Big goal, though, by Tanaka to tie things up. And a huge goal for Arizona as they take the early lead, as they did in Game 3. They get on the board here first against Nashville. Remember, with an Arizona win here in Game 4, they could tie this series up.
Yo, Hollywood, are you able to ban this guy that's promoting stuff? I don't want anyone to, click on it and get scammed.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the mod capabilities or anything on that, but
Okay. Whoever's in the chat, I don't know this guy.
There's really sometimes, you know what the thing is, there's sometimes bots and stuff come in on there, so it's
don't click on any links or anything. I don't want anyone getting scammed.
Yeah. And Harry, in this Colorado game, man, Edmonton came out, firing right off the back, but ever since that, though, Colorado has slowed things down in the pace that they want to have this game in, man. And right now, again, I think it's leaning towards Colorado. I hate to say it here, Harry, but this game is leaning towards how Colorado wants the game to go. Keep it low, keep it, on here. Keep Edmonton, minimized to their scoring capabilities, and then come out strong in the third period. They've done it twice here in this series, and right now, I mean, Edmonton's got to get back on track here, or they could be on the verge of losing another one here tonight.
Hold on, here, Hollywood.
So Rangers up 4-1, man, on there. So that's huge. Rangers could take a 3-1 series lead if they hold on. Carrie's saying, I want to chill after. Maybe.
LA getting the next goal. It's how if they're able to maintain it or not, and if they're able to get the next one, Hollywood. They don't want Vancouver responding. They want to get the next one, and they want to be able to maintain the lead.
Right. Well, here's the thing. I mean, LA has gotten goals against Vancouver. It's not that they can't score. They've found ways to put points on the board in this entire series. I mean, we saw last night they put up, like 5 goals or something in that second game. They scored a couple here tonight. But it's the fact of just, trying to hold that lead, of not having Vancouver bounce back in the game and to finish the game. I mean, LA has had just struggling to try to finish games. In that third period alone, they've given up so many goals against this Vancouver squad, and here goes the lead, just like that, gone.
Yeah, I mean, we know they can score. It's about whether they can manage the puck and the defense can come up big. And, so far in this series, it seems like their defense has just not even been showing up in their goaltending. I just can't blame it on the goaltending because, you can only do so much in the net. I just like their defense has been a non-factor this whole series here.
And here's one guy that's been on fire tonight. I mean, I lost track as far as how much goals he has just tonight alone. She's too young with his second goal of this game. And Vancouver now leads 3-2. And that one was with just like 3 or 4 seconds remaining in the period. And I said it here, Harry. LA just can't close out games. They can't close out the period on here. And, instead of going to the locker room with a goal lead, they find themselves down a goal here, which should not happen.
Yeah, and it all comes down to managing the puck. And it looks like Colorado has just made it 2-1. But as I was saying here, Hollywood, it just comes down to whether the LA defense can come up big for them here in this game. I mean, you gotta limit the on-man rushes. You gotta, get in that, get your stick in those lanes. It just seems like the LA defense has been a non-factor. And it might be too late for them here in Game 4 here, Hollywood.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Arizona still leads 1-0 as they start period number 2. But in that Colorado game, Harry, I said, the way the game is going, the type of tempo being played right now, leaning towards Colorado's favor, and that's why they're getting the goals, and that's why we're seeing right now a 2-1 lead for the Avalanche as Arizona extends their lead over on the left. Ugly Mutt is the player name. That's his second. He's got both of the Coyotes goals. 2-0 over Nashville.
And Arizona seems like they're continuing from where they left off in Game 3. Nashville just still seems like they're asleep and has yet to show up for them tonight here.
Yeah. Whatever squad they had last night, for the Predators, a totally different game here for Game 3 and so far here in Game 4 for the Predators. Just doesn't look like the same team that we saw last night here. We'll see if they could turn things around. Still a lot of hockey to go here, but now that makes it 3-0. That's LeVar, who's also had has a hot stick here tonight. He's got a bunch of goals as well for the Coyotes.
And it looks like maybe LA just tied it up. It'll see like we're in the third period. It'll be I'm just very curious on how LA is going to respond next. Are they going to let a goal in, or are they going to score this next one?
What a huge goal by Strife for Colorado. I think there was only like 2 seconds remaining in the period. He came right across that crease there and just dunks it in, which causes, I think, a pause or timeout here, or just a frustration pause for Edmonton, because that now, Harry, gives Colorado a 2-goal lead. As period 2, 2 seconds remaining. Dominator Silva on the assist, who finds Strife for the goal. And the Avalanche going to be heading into the third period, Harry, here. That's Strife's second goal with the 2-goal cushion lead. How about that?
And Strife is coming up big for them for sure. And if you're at Colorado right now, I'm sure you're feeling happy. I'm sure you're feeling confident, but you gotta stay disciplined, and you gotta manage the puck. You got Edmonton where you want them. It's all about what you do in this next 20 minutes. If you're making mistakes, if you're in the box, Edmonton can easily make you pay for that.
The Kings just tied up the game there, and they're on the power play to try to now take the lead here against Vancouver. Remember, they need a win to stay alive. Speaking about staying alive, Arizona again. That's Mutt with a hat trick now for the Coyotes. They lead 4-1 in the second. I know there's a lot of time still remaining in that one, but man, big lead for Coyotes. Very determined to try to even up this series. Over there on the right, Colorado, man. Listen, in this series here, Harry, every game that the Avalanche have led in, they've won. They have not given up leads here in this series. So, and if that stat remains the same, we may see a 3-1 series lead here after tonight for the Avalanche.
Yeah, and as you said, that Arizona just scored another one by Silky McMitts. And, Hollywood, I think last night,
that's his fourth?
Same thing, what Colorado did. I believe Arizona played their second line, and it seems like Nashville, I think they split again with the same lineup they had last night, and it seems like Arizona came out with their top line, and they definitely don't seem like they can handle Arizona right now, as it's all Arizona with the last 3 minutes of the second period.
Yep. Yeah. Whether it's the lineups or not, whether it's the night, or whether it is that neither of the home teams, no home field advantage in this series, as all the away games, the away team have come up on top. And right now, if score remains the same, the Coyotes should be able to tie this series up unless Nashville comes out strong in that third period. Speaking about the third period, it's underway in Colorado. Over there on the right, can the Avs hold this 2-goal lead against this Edmonton Oilers squad here in game number 4?
And what is that, LA Vancouver game in the second period or the third?
Still in the second, 4 minutes to go.
Still in the second.
3-3.
Yeah, if I was LA right now, you gotta play team defense here. You gotta play for each other, not selfish hockey. You gotta just get the pucks in and out. Make the quick passes.
And you know what? You know what's very ironic here in this series here. LA's down 3-0 in this series. But all 3 of those games, including this game here, they've been in every single game against Vancouver. It's just when that third period starts, mayhem and destruction occurs for some reason. And so we'll see if the Kings here in Game 4 can change that around and and finish the game. Not just play solid for the first 2 periods. They got to play solid for all 3.
Yeah, it definitely seems like they in that third period they mismanaged the puck a lot. If we've learned anything here, Hollywood, you definitely have to play all 60 minutes from start to finish. You can't be hot dogging on the ice.
And a huge goal for Edmonton, 3-2 on here. So it's a 1-goal game, but Colorado does have a power play here in the third. So very interesting over there. 1-goal game, 2 tight games right now going on your screen on the right and as well as on the bottom.
Yeah, if you're Edmonton, I guess there's just some extra whistle activity. I thought it was a goal for a moment, but if you're Edmonton, scoring a goal and then going on the power play right after is not is definitely a momentum killer.
So right now, if you're Colorado, Harry, I mean, you got the power play opportunity. How aggressive do you get though here, man? You got a goal lead, man. Do you still play back, or you try to get that insurance goal?
You know, you definitely want to go for that insurance goal, but you don't want to be aggressive about it. You know, you just gotta let it naturally happen. You don't want to mismanage the puck now. You got a 1-goal lead. You want to play smart hockey. You want to maybe have one of your forwards start playing up high, to kind of like prevent Edmonton's quick transitions the other way, because they can definitely make you pay on odd man rushes if you allow them to.
Absolutely. And remember, just want to remind the viewers out there, as Edmonton just scores another one. So 2 goals here in the third. So moments ago, it was a 2-goal lead by Colorado. But we talked about it, how Edmonton can score real quick. And they did it right here in the third period when it matters to tie this game up. Can they tie up the series now? 3-3 game in the third.
Yeah, and it looks like it was a failed dump out of the zone, and Edmonton was able to pick that one up and kind of get like a weak wrister to the net for a tipper, it seemed like. And in the third period, you definitely don't want to be mismanaging the puck. You want to be playing smart hockey, even if you have to reset the puck. You know, you don't want to be making sloppy plays in the third.
And that was Breadman with the goal for the Oilers, who ties the game up 3-3 with about 8.5 to go in the third. Speaking about goals, Avalanche and LeVar, man, I believe that's a hat trick for him. He's been lights out here tonight. 6-1 here over the Predators in the third. And here we go. We talked about it, and look at this. Vancouver scoring against the Kings in the third period. They just, I mean, I don't know what it is, Harry. They just, in that third period, they just fall apart night in, night out here so far.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes down to, like I've been saying, managing the puck, making those smart passes and the correct decisions on the ice. You know, you don't want to be mismanaging the puck. And, you know, to be honest here, Hollywood, it doesn't seem like LA's defense can keep up with the back and forth scoring. I believe LA through all 4 games has only had the lead two out of how many goals have been scored in this series. It doesn't seem like they've had the lead too many times.
Well, looks like they got a 5-minute major here, so they got a chance here, a power play opportunity, major taken by Vancouver. See if the Kings could capitalize to try to tie this game up. Remember, they need a win here to stay alive. And what about Arizona? Now it's getting ugly. 8-1 with the goal. And the previous goal before that was by Mutz, who's got 5 goals in this game here against Nashville.
He must have been watching tape on Ratterly yesterday.
Hey, somebody has to pick up the game, right? You know what I mean? Rat had a tremendous night last night. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the W's. But tonight, Arizona making sure there's no comebacks in this one here as they put in another one. They're looking for double digits here against them. 9-1 against the Predators.
Yeah, and now they're just running away from in this one here, Hollywood. It's definitely
It's the goals are bleeding.
I think they're trying to send a message to Nashville. They're trying to send a message here. Hey, we're Arizona, man. This is the team you're up against on here. They're trying to prove that last night, that tonight here, this is what matters here. So, we saw Nashville run up the score in Game 2. Or tonight here in Game 3 and Game 4, Arizona is doing the same.
And a big goal, power play goal here.
Wow.
Yeah. A big power play goal here by Colorado, making it 4-3.
And that's Strife with a hat trick.
Yeah. Big goal here by Colorado with 2 minutes left. And like I've been saying here, Hollywood.
Talk about the captain stepping up for his team there, Harry.
Yeah, and staying disciplined. Edmonton seems to be taking penalties at the worst times.
Yeah, that was crucial because there's 139 remaining. My eyes are right there in the top right now. Very close game. Both games there, 4-3 there in the third. Vancouver as well. But here we go. Coming up to the final minute of play. Can the Avalanche hold on here against Edmonton here in Game 4? Shot from the point, rebound. Blocked. It's behind the net. In front, backhand shot. And we've got a tie game here. Oh, wow. My. This one's not over yet, Harry. As Breadman, who came out big before to tie the game up, and he does it again here, 4-4 with 50 seconds to go.
And that's a big goal by Edmonton. I mean, like I've been saying as well here, Hollywood, those grimy goals are definitely pivotal for you to get. I mean, it seemed like Colorado was in position, seemed like the goalie was in position, but that one just seemed to sneak through, and those are the type of goals that are going to win you games.
Rebounds, second opportunities, pucks left in that offensive zone, stuff will happen, and Edmonton just kept pressing on there, getting that goal. I mean, Colorado was 50 seconds away from taking a 3-1 series lead, but right now they're going to need to earn it here. We may get overtime, 36 seconds to go, 4-4 game. Over on the bottom, LA on the verge of elimination here. If they can't get a goal, they got 3 minutes to do so, down 4-3 to Vancouver.
And Colorado taking a bad tripping call in their own zone. Let's see if Edmonton can take advantage of this, or Colorado can keep the puck out of the net here.
Well, Harry, I mean, the PK team has been solid tonight here for Colorado. They need one good stop here as well. We'll see if they get it. Can they force at least overtime here? 7 seconds remaining. Final minute on the bottom as well. And looks like we are going to overtime, but that penalty will proceed to the overtime. And that man right there, Strife, huge goal for Colorado. Unfortunately, it doesn't close it out as Breadman ties it up. Going to be a very interesting overtime. And look at Arizona, 10-1, only giving up 4 shots in this game. Time on attack, not even close, 923 to 252. A total blowout. I mean, if you're going to see a blowout, that right there is just complete domination.
And looks like a big goal here by Shem.
And that might just do it for the Kings. Shem coming out here with that insurance goal. Breakaway. Listen, you give Shem a breakaway like that, he's going to bury it 9 out of 10 times. And he does so there. And that was shorthanded too.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes down to managing the puck.
They're down a goal. They're on the power play. They need to press up. They need to take a chance on there. So, you can't blame them there at this point. They're in a spot where they need to score. And unfortunately, it goes the other way. And 4 seconds. And that is going to do it. The Vancouver Canucks will be moving on to the next round as the Kings get eliminated here in Game 4. It's a sweep. Nashville goes down as well. Tied up series there. So let's get this overtime game here right now. Our final game. 40 seconds remaining on the power play for Edmonton. looking to tie this series up in the offensive zone. Battle for the puck here on the boards. And a good clear by Colorado out of the zone. 10 seconds now on the man advantage. Edmonton back in around the boards. Loose puck behind the net. Colorado's able to pick it up, but it's poked away. And they finally do. We're back even. Man's back on the ice 5-on-5 here in overtime. If you're just tuning in, remember, Colorado leads the series 2-1 here in Game 4. Bredman able to tie the game up with final seconds in that third period to send it to overtime. What do you guys think there in the chat? Who's going to win it here? Will Colorado take a 3-1 series lead, or will Edmonton tie this series up 2-2? Harry, who's getting the overtime winner here, man? Who do you got?
I think it's all gonna come down to Strife bearing it. You know, he seems like he's the go-to guy. It seems like they've been feeding him all night. So if, as I just say, Strife buries the overtime goal. The leadership has really come out tonight for Strife.
Talk about a captain stepping up, Harry, here. That was not only the game winner, it's an overtime winner, and it's his 4th goal of the game on here to take down Edmonton, and that is huge. That is huge for Colorado because right now they're going to go up 3-1 in this series. And look at that Strife, 4 goals, 1 assist, a point on each of the Colorado goal there. 5-4 is the final. Oh, my. I mean, we talked about night 1 being tremendous. Harry, I mean, what a wild, crazy, wild Wednesday, man, if you're going to call it. I mean, my.
If I'm Edmonton right now, I would be scratching my head of where things have gone wrong. Like, it seemed like Colorado was listening to the pre-show that we did Monday, and it seems like they found some new fire underneath them, and they have definitely shown the league that they're not here to mess around. They came in tonight and was able to take 2 from Edmonton at home, and now they're going to go back Game 5 in their home ice, and you got to expect that in that locker room that they're feeling really good right now.
I mean, they definitely are. Sauce in the chat saying bye-bye Edmonton already on there. But, man, I mean, so in a series where, you know, Colorado has a huge underdog in this series, I mean, this thing has shifted right now. Edmonton is definitely the underdog here heading on. They've got to win the next 3 to move on here. Colorado has 1 more on here. So it's going to be very interesting tomorrow night for Thursday as Edmonton faces elimination in Game 5. So it's not Edmonton sweeping or Edmonton winning in 5. We may see Colorado win in 5 here, Harry.
Yeah, and if I was Colorado, I would just take tonight and look at all the things that went right for you guys and apply that tomorrow. I would expect Edmonton coming out and firing, looking to close the gap in this series. The one thing that I would say is Colorado's defense and goaltending, once again, has got to come up big for them. They have the guys up front who can score, and it all comes down to how well they manage the puck and if they can stay out of the box tomorrow.
And Harry, so far in this series, man, if Colorado gets on the board first in this game, you know what I mean, and they set that tempo on there, the way they play the game, they keep it close, you know, they keep Edmonton off the board in those first 2 periods, it's gone their way on there, you know. This game was a lot closer. Edmonton tied it on there, but somehow Colorado still finds a way to win in overtime. And that's huge. Definitely for the captain to come in there, man, stepping up for his team, getting the job done. I mean, that's motivation for the rest of the guys on that team. You know, hey, we could beat these guys, and we're one win away. And how huge is this going to be for Colorado? Because you take down Edmonton here, Harry. If should they win tomorrow night and move on to the next round, you know what I mean? You already take down Edmonton. You look at the other teams on there, and hey, now maybe Colorado stacks up much better than how they people thought about it before this playoff even started.
Yeah, definitely here, Hollywood. Colorado, you gotta give them credit for how they played in Game 3. I mean, coming in there, shutting them out, like
Yeah.
that had to have been a huge confident booster for them going into Game 4.
And shout out to the goaltending by Colorado, and shout out to the defense, man. I mean, they faced PKs there, especially in that third game. 5-on-3s nonetheless. And you mentioned, the shutout win on there, and even in this game, you know what I mean. They did let in a couple more goals, but the defense was solid all night there for Colorado. Because remember, Edmonton's a team that puts up goals, man. They put up the points on there, so you know what's going to happen. You know they're going to score, but they stuck with them there in Game 4, and regardless about giving up that lead late in that third period, still managed to win in overtime, stay composed, and take down Edmonton. Man, what a crazy story. In that one, and then what about the story there in Arizona? I mean, night 1 all Nashville, night 2 all Arizona. I mean, what are we gonna expect for night 3?
I'm gonna say I don't know what to expect. I right now I'm feeling like this series is gonna go to Game 7 of how it's going. I expect they to come in, and I think they're gonna trade tomorrow. I don't think we're gonna see a winner in that series until Game 7.
So far, every away game has been won by the team. You know what I mean? Nobody has won any of the home games. Arizona will be at home there, game number 5. So I'm interested to see. So we do have that series tomorrow night. We do have the Colorado series tomorrow as well. But one series that is done, Harry, on here, 4-0 sweep for Vancouver. What do you think here, man? Is Vancouver the real deal, man? They came out here 4-0 sweep, or did the Kings just not show up in this series? What did you see here in both night 1, night 2 in this series alone? What can we say about this Vancouver squad?
One thing I could probably say about this Vancouver squad is that you shouldn't take them lightly. They definitely seem to have all their players on the same page, and it's very rare to see that in an online hockey game. I know it's difficult to take criticism and feedback, but it's very impressive when everyone can get on the same page, and then to see the results pay off is a huge victory for them. And you can't discredit LA. They made the playoffs. They played their hearts out despite how the outcome of the series. You got to just give them I don't know, like just a round of applause. They did play some good playoff hockey still, regardless of the outcome.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they've came out tremendous night 1, night 2, scoring wise. I mean, talk about a team, that puts the goals up, and even when LA was bouncing back in the games, coming back, Vancouver was just outscoring them. You know what I mean? It didn't matter. It didn't matter at that point. If Vancouver messed up or gave up a goal here and there or took a penalty, they got the goal right back. They just, LA just didn't have an answer to stop or slow this team down. I think Vancouver is the real deal, man. I think Vancouver's got the talent here of possibly taking this going all the way on here. The way they looked here in round 1, I mean, it's the only team that got the sweep here so far. So you've got to factor that in on there. So they wait for round 2. So does St. Louis, who's got the bye, and it's gonna depend on here who plays who, because this Nashville Arizona game, especially. Should Nashville come up and win the series, it's gonna matter who's gonna play who. And same thing here with this Colorado and Edmonton. So we don't know yet on this. We'll find out tomorrow. Try to get more answers. As Edmonton right now, they're gonna be in the same spot that the Kings were here tonight, facing elimination in game number 5. And so make sure you guys tune in for that. We also have the Eastern Conference coverage going over there on the other channel. And I don't know, Harry. It's Thursday night's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be very interesting. We'll see if either of those series. Do you think either of those series will go to Game 7, or do you think we'll get winners tomorrow night in both?
I expect the Nashville Arizona game to go to Game 7. I believe Edmonton's gonna come out firing on all cylinders on Game 5, but I could see Colorado taking them down in Game 6, because you gotta realize Colorado just played their top line Games 3 and 4. They gotta sit out a game. And then Edmonton's got to face that same line in Game 6. And from what we saw tonight, they had a bit of a struggle keeping them off the scoreboard. So if Edmonton can take that Game 5, they have a real chance of taking that Game 6. But I feel Colorado could definitely take that Game 6 with that, if everyone's available that just played tonight.
I'm interested to see, who Colorado plays tomorrow night. Like, do they look to try to end this series out quick? You know what I mean? Or do they save their top guys for Game 6 or Game 7? So I mean, if I'm Colorado, Harry, I think I put my top guys. I take this series out Game 5, man. I don't drag this series any longer than that. But. They did it. Not only did they come out with a win here tonight, they came out with both wins. So the pressure now is on Edmonton to stay alive. In that Nashville series, Harry, I think it ends tomorrow night. I mean, the way the series has been going, whoever's going to win Game 5, I think is going to take the series. It's just the way it's been going on there, and I think we're going to see the same result tomorrow. I think whoever takes Game 5, if it's Nashville, if it's Arizona, will end up winning that series. So that does it here, Harry. Any final thoughts? Anything on here before we close things out here? I want to thank everybody that tuned in on this. It's been tremendous. It's just round 1 here of the 6HL. This is the Western Conference coverage. What you got there, Harry?
I think we pretty much covered it all here, Hollywood. I just want same thing. Thanks for everyone tuning in, and there's still more playoff hockey to play. There's still unanswered series of who's gonna take the series.
Yeah. There's a couple of shout outs there in the chat. Saul says bye bye Edmonton, but then Strive says wait up, man. Series isn't over yet, man. So he knows on here, man. You can't get too cocky. And then we do have a series update here. It looks like the Rangers, I believe, split the series, so that one might be 2-2 heading into tomorrow night. So the Eastern Conference also having battles. There's gonna be streams for both tomorrow night, looks like, as well, because that series is still going on. So once again, thank everybody here tuning in wherever you may be. Make sure you guys check us out tomorrow, same time, same channel, as we continue the playoff coverage here for night number 3 for Thursday night. We're going to throw things down again. We have Harry and myself. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.